You're watching part 3 of a 4-part series, so be sure to go back and watch parts 1 and 2. And I apologize every time, but the echo is bad, but I am working on it. But I also wanted to share this amazing fan art that I got, and it's so cool to see people drawing my OC. And to make it even better, I'm with the absolutely amazingly talented Demon Arty. Her OC's on here too, so this is just awesome. It was done by the amazing back Toonz. I'll leave a link in the description below to their website. He also does commissions, and you guys can check out his work. And if anyone else wanted to do fan art for my podcast of my character, just send it my way on Twitter at C15 Podcast. There is a link in the description below, and also a email on the about page if you want to send it that way, and I'll give you guys a shout out. So definitely keep the fan art coming. Anyways, on to the show.
Okay,
Also,
so let's talk about Seahawk. First,
where
no
is
singing.
my badass Seahawk from the original? And this Seahawk is like, she's just a filler person. He's like show up to like being funny, but he's not funny. He's annoying.
It's sometimes someone can be so bad at not being funny, they become funny. But Seahawk doesn't pull it off. Like, he's not even funny in an ironic way. He's just
Yeah.
irritating. And he just
I
has
just
that
so
weird
I
voice.
just
Like, his voice is like he's doing a crappy pirate voice. But, like, just talk like a man, you know? You don't need to do the silly, like, oh, haha, I am Seahawk.
you look like a normal person.
Talk to me like a man, damn it. Stop being this weirdo.
Also, I can't say about Seahawk that much because I don't like this version like completely. I like the original. He was like a badass. Also, like kind of he can be funny, but also like he's like a captain and he like can kill you.
And he had like a charm about him. This Seahawk, I guess if you're into silly little kids, you can find him charming, but like it's not. He's supposed to be like a man. He's like in his 20s, right? And he acts like a 5-year-old.
Maybe we'll never know.
He'll never know. Is he 15? Is he 26?
If he's 66.
It's like in Trapper. Every time you tell the story, she gets a little bit older. But again, I said this earlier, like when after season 1, I'm like, I want Seahawk to have a crew. Maybe he becomes the captain of the Navy forces and he does something awesome. But we're 4 seasons in and he's still the same idiot. I don't see him getting any better.
Well, I think we both want him to like grow up. Like he always like something. Yeah, I'm so awesome. I'm marvelous, and I'm like, grow up. You're weakest. I think he's like a weakest character, but he have like a cool sword. He have a shape, nice mustache. And but
He should
his
have
personality
more.
awful.
He does have his laser sword thing, which is pretty cool. But even in that fight with him and Ramista, like he was kind of beating up some guys, but it was just almost in silly ways. He just needs to like show up and like, oh, it should be, oh, thank God Seahawk's here. He's gonna help us, not, oh God, Seahawk's here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So the second, who's more irritating, Seahawk or Swiftwind?
They're like one character like being separated and one of them like a magical horse. Uh, and I think Sweetwind is more annoying.
It's really
Because
funny
like
because in this season they showed like She-Ra and Swiftwind when they're like one, they get powered up. Like when they were fighting those pulse spots, they were able to like destroy them instantly. Then later in the season, they're next to each other and they don't do that. Like they don't power up or anything. And I'm thinking to myself, Adora, did you forget that you can get all this immense power if you just touch Swiftwind and then you get like the glow power?
Also, it will be cool if like Swiftwind only like in the original, when Shira became Zadora, Swiftwind becomes a regular horse spirit, and it was kind of cool. But in this version, he's like always magical, and he can always fly.
It's weird how Swiftwind would just disappear for episodes. He'll just be gone doing his own thing, and then he just shows up.
Maybe he's getting out of Madame Res.
Yeah, he did say that he like would check in on her, which I think is a little sweet, but it was just like an excuse to explain why he was gone all this time. And like there was plenty of times where it's like, man, having a flying horse would be really, really nice right now.
Yeah, and I can't say about him that much because I want him like to be like more strict or something, but not that goofy and funny. You can have some jokes about horses, but he's always be like that. It's really annoying and I don't know, and boring because like yeah, he's like made for jokes and you're like yeah, we get it, thank you.
Oh, come and say something stupid, and then okay, now go back in the corner. Like when the ship was crashing, he was like, "Oh, make it flap its wings." Like you know it doesn't have wings. Why are you talking? Shut up. They're like gonna
Yeah.
die, and he's cracking jokes.
Also, animation doesn't helping.
Oh, he's one ugly horse.
Oh yeah, also it's like I don't know, they can't draw like wings
They're
and horses in
pretty
general.
crappy looking wings. They're just simple like shapes, and there's like what, four feathers. Like they don't. There's no detail, and I don't like how the tops of his wings are completely different than the bottoms. I know there's certain birds that do have that, but they just look like they're plastered on when like his wings are tucked in.
Yes, I want him like wings have like a similar color to his body, and maybe under he like have a beautiful like colorful wings. But because of bad animation and in the original he was like having like pink wings and white like body, but
But
uh
there's some amazing pictures of the original She-Ra where she's on Swiftwind and or Spirit, and it's just like this amazing fantasy picture of like, and then you see this Swiftwind, you're like, ugh, like it just doesn't inspire you to think of like adventure or anything. It just makes you wish he wasn't on the screen anymore.
yeah, also if Shira like disappear, will Swiftwind disappear too?
Ooh,
Like he's
weird.
becoming
I didn't think of
a
that.
normal.
I hope
Yeah,
so.
me too.
Because he did crash, and it was he because Entrapta and Bo were riding on him. I don't even know where they were going, but as soon as the power started getting drained, he like fell out of the sky. So I'm wondering if he reverts back to a regular horse. That'd be the
I
greatest
hope.
gift of season 5.
Oh yeah, like
It's like Swiftwood's
Swiftwind
gone,
doesn't talk.
and nobody's sad. Like once everyone finds out about it, they're like, oh no, Swiftwind can't talk.
And some of them like in the background. Yes.
Yeah, like high fiving.
Woo!
So, oh, you know what? We didn't talk about King Micah. He's back. So, do you think he takes the throne and he's king again? Or is he going to, like, relinquish the kingdom to Glimmer because she's so cool?
I think when Glimmer's like out and he like becomes a king again, and he will be like socializing again. I say it right?
Yeah. But you know,
And
Shadow Weaver's there. Like that's. I mean, I want what I want to see is King Micah, Cassispella, and Shadow Weaver. Like, how's this gonna work? Because neither of them like her. But apparently she's a good guy now. So let's see how that turns out.
or like Horde Prime will show up like, hey, I'm evil, I have more power, and Shadow Weaver be like, I'm interested. Suddenly interested.
So that's the thing. Do you think Shadow Weaver betrays everybody and tries to like join Horde Prime? But just like with Catra, I don't think he would care to have her. Like he just likes his clones and he doesn't care about having other people around because I don't think Horde Prime has anyone but his clones like on his ship. Like I don't see him having anyone else.
Maybe he's like have people in the cage like a pets or something. Like, oh, look, they're so different.
I can see that, but like, do you think he has anyone serving like in his Sorry about that. But I don't really see him like having a second in command like how Hordak had Shadow Weaver. I don't see him having someone like that that isn't just one of his clones.
Yeah. Maybe like he doesn't care about regular things, and uh he like want to die everything like, oh, everything will be mine, everything will be majestic because of me. It kind of reminds me of like White Diamond.
Yeah. Or kind of like Thanos because he talked about like bringing order and peace to the universe, and it's like okay, they did it better in a bunch of other different shows, but I could see Shadow Weaver trying to like, oh, look, Horde Prime, and try to like, do what she normally does and like try to manipulate her way in. And I don't think it's gonna work. And I could honestly see Horde Prime just getting rid of her, just killing her, and be like, oh, that's really funny that you tried to manipulate me, and he just snuffs her out. That would be, that would be. Do you think anyone's gonna die?
Well, it sounds strange, but I hope so because I want to like death matter.
You just love
And
dead people.
oh god,
But
I
yeah,
want to like
it means
tragic.
something. It has
Yeah,
impact.
like some of these characters like we know more, we care about more, and maybe something tragic could like go with them, and not like with Angela.
Oh yeah. Ugh. I know people are on Twitter and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, it's so sad that she died." Oh, like they're crying and stuff. I'm like, really? You didn't even know this character. All you knew about Queen Angela was her daughter was horrible to her, and that's it. Like we didn't know how she became queen. We don't know how she met her husband. We knew nothing about Queen Angela.
Oh, I hope so. Like maybe King Mike like tells a story how he like met his wife. Like maybe in the short like flashback, like he remembering the little glimmer and his wife and how they're happy. And he's like, "Oh, I want to find my daughter. If I lost my wife, I want to like save her because she's the only one I have."
See, that I think that would be interesting for King Micah to have an episode or like a little bit of an arc there where he becomes the king again and he starts to run things correctly. Not like how Glimmer was doing things where she was just doing whatever the hell she felt like doing. But do you think he comes to trust Shadow Weaver? Or is he always going to be like, standoffish of her because everything she's done in the past?
I don't know really because I don't trust Shadow Weaver
I don't
because
either.
like I don't know, she's like I still don't believe that she's like a real good person now and other like I want to like having these three characters like Castaspella, Micah, and Shadow will like sit and talk maybe. Uh,
It's that would be a cool conversation to like see because like how we always say we want to see action, we want to see adventure, but there's certain times where like that dynamic would be cool just to see because of everything that's gone down between the three of them. That just to see how they're going to work this out because if they're going to work together, they're going to have to at least trust each other a little bit.
yeah, but I still don't trust her.
No,
Like I
but
can answer this
she didn't
question.
do a single evil thing the whole season 4. She did nothing but good. And that right there just I thought for sure she was the one who let Double Trouble out. But no, she was giving Glimmer good advice. She liked to garden. She didn't do anything bad.
Also, like, it wasn't Shadow Weaver, I think. It was like a Glimmer.
Yeah, Glimmer's the one who did it. And that actually shocked me.
Yeah, like, wait, it was a Glimmer?
I'm wondering what she did. Did she like tell them about the weapon, or tell them about the weapon, or pay them more money, or whatever it was, whatever their agreement was for Double Trouble to betray the Horde?
I think money. Also, like, he's saying, like, oh, they're saying, oh, God. Now everyone gonna kill me.
Yeah. But Double Trouble could just become someone else and just disappear in the crowd, and you'll never find him.
Yeah, maybe.
Do we see him again?
I don't think so.
I think Double Trouble was that, oh, look, non-binary character. Happy? Okay, he's gone now.
Oh, yeah.
There was like 25 stories about that. This guy was getting interviews and all kinds of stuff. I'm thinking to myself, he's just a side character in a cartoon. Why are they getting all this attention? It's this show.
In this year, we have a lot of non-binary characters, and no one was crazy about that. Like, in the Steven Universe have this type of character, and Craig.
Yeah. There was that one clip.
Yeah, also in Steven Universe, like, they can show it, and like, it's like a regular thing, and it wasn't like a big thing, like, oh, look, it's non-binary character, and I don't know why everyone should care about it, because character is a character.
Yeah, they don't get any better or worse because of their orientation or how they identify themselves. Like, I never looked at a character and like, oh no, that character's gay, I can't like them. No, they if they did good things, if they were heroes, if they were villains, that's what matters, not the superficial stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, even in a show like Clarence, one of his friends had two moms, but it wasn't a big deal. It was just normal, like the way it should be. Like they didn't make a big fuss about it. There wasn't a press release. There wasn't 1,000 interviews about it. It was just those were his parents. Those were his parents, and that was it.
It's just parents, like, why you should care?
Yeah, and they cared about their son, and they wanted to raise him and everything, and that's the way it should be.
And they're really nice. And
Yeah. They were kind. They were kind of funny.
yeah. The show was kind of funny.
Yeah, she was funny in a non-intentional way. But
it's like a stupid, like, little comic jokes, but in the actual show they like don't work really.
Oh, the one joke that made me laugh was when they were trying to save Entrapta, and Bo was like, oh, we care about you, you're our friend, and it's trying to get her to like believe in their friendship and join them. And then She-Ra's like, hey Entrapta, I got a spaceship, you want to see it? And then she's like, oh yeah, and then she just goes along with the plan. That was the only joke that actually made me laugh.
Yeah,
because like Bo was trying so hard, and all it was is like, oh, come look at my spaceship. But I did like the fact that Entrapta said, thank you for being my friend. And like, okay, that made me smile. I like that scene.
Also, what do you think will happen to Scorpia?
Now she's a full-fledged princess now. I guess she's one of the good guys. And she's going to definitely want to save Catra. But now she's up in outer space. She's down. Like, she's going to have more trouble trying to fit in because she's kind of a weirdo. But you know what? Her personality fits more in line with the Princess Alliance than it ever did with the Horde. Like how she's very, wants to hug everyone and she wants to be happy all the time. It's going to be awkward for her, but I think she'll find her place there.
Yeah, I hope so. And maybe they like, I want to see her, how to say, people of her kingdom. Like, where did they go?
She did tell a little story about how her grandfather, when Hordak first showed up, he basically like relinquished his army to him because it was better than going to war and getting everyone killed. He just like surrendered. But where are the rest of them? Shouldn't there be like a bunch of Scorpion soldiers walking around? Why is it only Scorpia?
Maybe is Scorpion's hard to draw.
Yeah, because we saw because Rogelio is a lizard guy, and we saw a couple other lizard people like in horde uniforms, but not a single Scorpion. You think they would want to use him because Scorpius huge and powerful and strong. You think the other Scorpions would be just as strong. You would want a whole army of those guys, those dudes.
Yeah. Or maybe they like sent them to like another island. Not the like Monster Island or how it's
Yeah, Beast Island.
Beast Island. Yeah. I think like they sent him away. Maybe to like the Horde don't have a rebellion in their zone or something. Because
There's got to be a reason.
yeah.
Because we saw, like, again, her mom, she has two mothers. Like, where are they? Does she have brothers and sisters? Did her grandfather? Did she say her grandfather died? But I want to see her like make that connection because friends are wonderful, but your family's your family, and I would love for her to have that connection.
Yeah, me too.
But how are they going to do all these things in this final season? You know, like that's too, like to me, I would make that like 3 or 4 episodes of Scorpia going on this journey to find her homeland, to find her people. Because now that she reconnected with the Runestone, she's like, she should be the queen of her people. Like, I would want that to be like an arc all on its own, but there's not enough episodes to go around.
Yeah, but I don't think they will do it. Like maybe one episode about it and like forget about it.
Yeah, it'll be a part of another episode. It'll be 5 minutes in another episode about something else. And I think Scorpia deserves better because she's probably one of the few characters who actually grew. She understood that Catra was no good and told her so, and then she left to better herself. I thought that was really cool when she like said, "She's Catra, you're a bad friend."
I kind of always like Scorpia, and maybe sometimes she's annoying, but she always kind, and I kind of like her redesign a lot, and I don't know. I just like her.
It's one of those things where I can tolerate her kind of silliness and everything because I know she has a good heart. And it's coming from a place of love. She may not express it in the most elegant way, but she honestly cares about her friends and she wants them to be happy and she honestly loves them. And you cannot hate a character like that because even though, like you said, she can be a little irritating from time to time, but she has had a big heart.
Yeah. And what about our trio?
Oh yeah.
Kyle,
Yeah, Lonnie, Kyle, and Rogelio. I liked them together. They're a good dynamic. They're a good trio of characters.
Yeah.
They left the Horde? They just walked away.
No, after like the Horde deck like lost and army is like damaged, and I think Horde will be no more.
Yeah. Do they join the good guys? Do they go to Bright Moon and join the rebellion, or do they just go off on their own, like live in the woods or go to the Crimson Waste?
I think so. If they like don't have like any homes, or if they like find their parents or something, like their family.
See, here's the thing. Were they like kidnapped from their homelands? And because they grew up in the Horde, they were there since they were like 2-3 years old. Like so, I don't think they even have any recollection of where they're from.
Yeah, maybe they have a journey like, oh, we want to find our home, and maybe like a little like one episode of them like finding their home, but then they understand that we don't need us to find it because we're already a family. Yay!
Yeah, you know what? That's a classic story, but you know what? I kind of like it. because they are like their little family of three. And you know what? I like Kyle and Lonnie to be together. I like that group. I like that. He's kind of a scrawny guy, and then Lonnie's like the tough chick, and she can like kick a lot of butt. But I like how Kyle stood up for her. Like when Catra was gonna like fight her, he like got in between them. He's like, "No, I'm not gonna let you do that." And I thought that was really cool for Kyle to do that.
He like finally he like don't stood up for himself. He like to her friend, to his friend, and it's really nice. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, he acted like a man for once. It was nice.
Also, Madame Raz.
I think she kind of had her whole like letting go of Mara kind of like because she was experiencing like both timelines at the same time. And I think she should be the one, kind of like the Yoda type character for Adora.
Yeah, I think about it too, like a Yoda for Adora, and Adora like a Luke Skywalker.
And she's super silly and weird, kind of like how Yoda was in Return of the Jedi. But she needs some of that guidance, and since Madame Raz was friends with both Mara and Adora, I think she's going to be able to help her, because she saw both sides of this. Where Mara did the sacrifice to kill herself, but it was for the right reasons. And now Adora's kind of having the same kind of problem. She's going to be able to help her through that.
Yeah. I want to like Adora being more tough, and maybe Raz could like help her with that.
Because I was hoping that Light Hope was trying to do that with Adora, but she never cared about her training. Like she always laughed it off or thought it was boring, and she never. I don't know. Like you said, she never toughened up. She just kind of like, meh, whatever.
Maybe because of like Madame Raz's weirdness, she could like say that you are a real Shira, and maybe she kind of can like said like the sword is like you can make the sword, and you can make the sword work. You just should find something like an artifact or something, and you can become like a real Shira.
Because I remember like when she told Mara that, Shira's you, not the sword. So that's basically telling her that she's still going to be able to tap into that. But, the sword was like, I hate the fact that the sword was like holding her back and controlling her. But like you said, hopefully it's some type of she has to. I want her to go on a journey to discover her inner She-Ra. Basically, she's got to go through some trials, do some things, but in the end, she comes out stronger. And maybe that's where she gets her new look and gets her new outfit and everything.
Yeah, it will be cool.
I hope they do that, and it's not just like, oh, she goes home and just thinks about it, and oh no, I'm She-Ra now. Like she didn't have to go through anything. I can see them doing something like that though, because it's cheaper, it's easier.
Okay. Also, I think about I really want them to have like more episodes in new season. Like maybe 20 episodes, like
that would be
too much.
I remember when I was a kid 1,000 years ago, seasons were 26 episodes. Like that was a season, like on the short end. Now seasons are like 5 episodes long. This show deserves because we want to have these character developments with all these other characters. They deserve to have 2 or 3 episodes to themselves.
They deserve like more time maybe for like character development, but maybe like Netflix like, nope, we need to like end this season, and that's all.
Yeah, it's all about that bottom dollar, the budget. And with Netflix doesn't ever reveal its viewership numbers or anything, so we don't even know how popular a show is. So maybe they're just putting more money towards other projects because they still have things like Carmen Sandiego, they have Dragon Prince, Green Eggs and Ham. They have all these other projects they do that seem to get the better of the money, but then they don't seem to have the same like She-Ra gets pushed by everyone.
Also, DreamWorks have like some not that long time ago, they like showed the new cartoon of Cleopatra in space based on of like comic series or a book series.
Yeah,
I don't
it was
remember.
a graphic novel.
Yeah, graphic novel, and it is kind of good. I mean, they have some vibes, same vibes like cosmos and aliens and new world and fighting, like teenagers fighting with monsters and yada yada yada. And this show is better than She-Ra. Sorry.
Yeah, it does everything She-Ra does, but better. And
Yeah.
Cleopatra, she's likable. She's kind. She's kind of fun loving. She's kind of like I get kind of a Ben 10 kind of feel from her.
Yeah.
But she's you like watching her go on adventures because she's a good person and she makes mistakes, but she has a good heart. I don't adore her. She's boring.
Yeah. Also, like Cleopatra have like some bread issues because she was like a princess and she kind of selfish, but not really. She still cares about her friends and the planet and other people. But I told her like boring. She like always want to like made the right things, but she's acting like dumb.
It's I think Adore's the number one thing I can say about Adore is she's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
It's not to be mean, but I think that's her defining quality is her lack of intelligence.
Like if plot doesn't want to make her like serious and go somewhere, she's still boring. And when we have comedy moments, she like, oh, I never tried this. Oh, that's so fun. Everything is fun because of war.
See, that's the thing. You have this impending doom of a war, and that should shape the whole show, and it doesn't. You forget there's a war. Like, mid-season of any season, I just don't even think about, oh yeah, by the way, there's a war going on.
I want to say like in season 4 they are sure like more fightings and they did, and some of the actions between the characters was kind of good, especially when in episode 2, like Faye Ketra was fighting with She-Ra, and it was kind of good. Animation was not bad in here, but then like cheap.
Yeah. They cut corners. They cut a lot of corners.
Crimson Saint here. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single upload. If you have any tips or story ideas, hit us up on Twitter at C15 Podcast, or better yet, join our Discord server, link in the description below.